This training is being recorded for further use. In this presentation, we will be looking at 7153 I schedule, list of positions by program. I'm going to share my screen. Here is the 7153 I schedule list of positions by program. We're going to have the department name, the department number, the program name, the program number, the fund, and the fund number. This information is being populated from the department's increment run. It's by class code, job title, and in this instance, they have it broken out by the section within the program. The salary range, max min, the actual positions as of 6/31/2021, the adopted positions as of fiscal 22, the increment run numbers as of pay period ending 11/28/2021, and the fiscal 23 budgeted proposed position request for fiscal 23. I'm going to stop sharing this screen, and I'm going to move on to sharing the respective increment runs. I'm going to stop sharing my screen again. And here is the increment run for 11/28/2021 for the upcoming fiscal 2023 fiscal period. Again, it is broken out by department, fund, the respective division or program, the responsibility center, etc. In schedule, in column I, there's the job code title, the class code title equivalent to that, over in columns P and Q are the max min for the respective job titles. And over to the far right are the longevities and increments associated with each employee, which is column V for longevity and column X for increments. Please note that when you are doing your salaries by job title, do not include the increment run amounts or longevity. And to correct the columns, again, it's going to be X for the increment amount and Y for the longevity. I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. And I'm going to go back to the actual schedule itself. Or I can show you the 6:30 increment run as a point of reference also. Share my screen. This was the 6/30/2021 year-end increment run by division or program and an overall total amount, including increments and longevity. The objective to these increment runs for the upcoming fiscal year, in this case would be fiscal 2023, is budgeting your positions to at least meet the annual salary as of 7/8/2021 or fiscal 22 in this instance. In this instance, it was based off of the year end for fiscal 2021. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I'm going to go back to the schedule itself and reshare my screen. Okay, so here is program number 1, evaluations. And again, the department has decided to break it out by subsection within the evaluations unit. And they have created subtotals and amounts for their overall fiscal 23 annual salary request. They have done the same thing for the next category as evaluation support, or O3. They've broken out the team supporting that subunit or subprogram, including the fiscal 21 actuals as of 6/30/2021, the budgeted amount for or adopted amount as of fiscal 22, the increment run pay period ending 11/28/2021, and the proposed budget request for fiscal 23, and the associated dollar amounts for the annual salary starting July 1, 2022. In this section here, there are categorizing non necessarily departmental employees, but they fall under the finance team. And those respective maximum salaries are reported. In the situation of line 11, 12, and 13, there will be no maximum. It will be a flat salary, and that flat salary will be reported in this section. And as we can see, based off of this information, there were only actuals for lines 12 and 13. The department did not budget for fiscal 22. They did not have a position filled or positions filled based off of the increment run of 11/28/2021 for fiscal 23. And they did not budget positions for the upcoming fiscal 23 report either. So therefore, it reflects no dollar amounts. Once this information is compiled, they will get a grand total for fiscal 21 actuals for program number 1, evaluations. They will carry over the totals for their adopted positions as of fiscal 22 of 213. They will calculate or get a grand total for this program for increment runs based off of 11/28/2021 pay period ending, which is 179. And they will calculate their 2023 budget position request of 216 positions under this program. And then they will have a grand total amount of 14 million in this case. Slide down, $14,941,396. These amounts or these totals in this last total section will carry over onto the department's 7153J schedule, which will be discussed in another presentation. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to move to the second program, which is administration, and the process will repeat. So you're going to have your class codes, you're going to have your job titles, you're going to have your max min range, you're going to have your actual positions as of 6:30 by each job title, and that will lead to an overall total, and that can be confirmed on the department's increment run, which I'm going to stop sharing my screen again. I'm going to go back over this because it appears I did not share my screen for this section. So based off of program number 1, the department will follow the same procedure for administration, which should be the program number 2. They're going to list their class codes, their job titles, their salary max min ranges. They're going to pick up their actuals for pay period ending or fiscal year ending fiscal 21, 6/30, 2021. And I'm going to move on to the next column of fiscal 22 budgeted positions, which will be the adopted positions for fiscal 22 that will be reflected in these rows based on these titles. The increment run pay period ending 11/28/2021 will be based off of the activity as of pay period ending 11/28/2021. And it will have a total based off of that particular program. And then we will have the department's fiscal 23 budgeted position request and then a total amount. Based off of that, you're going to have the annual salary for 7/1/2022 or fiscal 23. The total amounts at the very bottom will then be transferred over to the Schedule 7153J schedule, and will be calculated even further as to what the true payroll costs will be for that particular program. I'm going to stop sharing this screen. And I'm going to go to the increment run for 11/28/2021, and I'm going to share my screen. And this is what the new increment run will look like for 11/28/2021 pay period ending. Again, Here are the categories by department. Again, they have some finance employees built into their department, so they're recorded accordingly. And then they have their divisions or their programs under 1 and 2, and the total number of employees that are affected by those programs. This is the base overall salary amount that should be captured. Again, any type of longevities or increments will be factored in on a separate schedule, which is the 7153 J schedule. And that information will be populated in the appropriate section of that schedule and will be addressed on another slide. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I hope that with this information and these clips of the different reports and schedules, that your office will get a better understanding of where the information is populating or transferring from, and how to prepare your department's programs, list of positions for your upcoming fiscal year. If you have any questions, you can reach out to your appropriate analyst. If you still have additional questions or would like to speak to others, you can reach out to myself, Dan Harar, and Andrew Camilla for additional assistance. I'm going to stop this recording at this particular time.